date white women, there's something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what it is. Like
yeah, yeah, I do.
Childish Gambino, I can see that. Jordan Peele, okay, I can see that.
I am expected to have a big dick.
Oh yeah.
2, 1, go.
Bro, facts. Man, growing up, I always used to think like, bruh, what if I'm not adequate enough? But now, I don't even think about that shit. That shit crazy now. But yeah, when I was younger, I was like, bro, what if my dick too little? And I just can't like satisfy a bitch, you feel me? I'll never be able to have a family. But yeah, bro, those are stupid troubles, bro. Those are stupid troubles to even worry about, bro. Average size niggas bags niggas. I mean, it's a bag niggas. They be bagging females, no cap. So you don't even need to have a big dick. Just bro, work on your stroke game. That's it. And yeah, you Gucci. But yeah, niggas is definitely expected to have big dicks.
Nobody disagrees. Yo. Yeah, I feel like it's a stereotype. And we know that stereotypes aren't realistic, but I mean, personal encounters, I don't feel like there's leeway. Yeah. I feel like, okay, that one we're keeping. Like that's what the general notion is.
I think it gets into the issue of positive and negative stereotypes and how people need to realize that there is no such thing. Because what you do is you put people into a box where they're expected to live up to a standard. And I feel like it's over-sexualizing black men, you know?
Facts. Talk your shit, Jared.
You want to date someone more for the pleasure physically that they can bring to you. And I know I've talked to people personally who would be like, oh, you're lucky you're black. You have a big member. And I'm like, well, I have other things to offer too. Like,
bro,
I'm well-spoken. I have a good sense of humor. I'm well-traveled. Like, you go straight to like what's underneath my zipper.
Yeah, I mean, that's been my experience a lot of times, especially, you know, meeting different people. That's the expectation. And I just tell them, 2-inch Punisher, you know? Don't expect too much. I'm just joking, but.
But yeah. Facts, bro. You have to undersell yourself, bro. Honestly, bro. That's what I used to do all the time, man. But now I just don't give a fuck, bro.
I think a lot of people watch a lot of porn too, and that's where it comes from. Like, you watch a lot of porn, you see, you know, these mandingos and 10-inch monsters, and they expect that to be reality, and a lot of times it's not, but fake. That's the expectation that they have. So
our audience submit hot takes about this group specifically, and they are hot. So black men cheat on their significant others far more than
I'm just like, where is this?
Disagree. My real ass nigga, stop playing, boy. Bruh, stop playing with us, bro. Kevin Samuels just debunked that shit, bro. Females cheat just on the same average as men do. It's like 53, I think. 51 to 53 or some shit. Bro, like, stop playing with us, bro.
Study published.
Black men don't cheat.
Research where they calculated numbers over a given.
Bro, they just love having negative stereotypes about black men, bro. That shit is so corny.
The reason why I was going to be neutral is because I don't know the numbers. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I disagree.
Yeah. So I came this way because of the keyword far more. I was like, do black men cheat? In generally, like you're not apt to not cheat because of the color of your skin.
To prescribe this to race feels nefarious in a way that I feel like it was coming from a place of somebody that got cheated on by a black man. Yeah, black men cheat all the time.
Oh God, Twitter fingers. Yeah, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
This doesn't even make sense.
Black men are attracted to big butts.
Do we agree with that statement?
Bro, disagree. On God, bro. I feel like niggas, bro, look, niggas used to be attracted to big butts. Yes. But when you get older, you realize that that's not the only thing you want in a female, bro. You want personality, peace, titties, lips, both. Smelling good all the time, shaved down, bro.
Or do I?
You don't want no wildebeest.
I mean, there's nothing biologically innate to like black men to, you know, to like ass.
I think it ties into hip hop and the whole strip club scene right now. We are so far gone from like the natural aesthetics of just a natural person that right now it's all about who has the baddest ass. Who is 25 pounds with 2 pound legs? You know what I mean? Like that's hot for some reason. And I personally don't get it. I mean, it looks unnatural to me, like, you know, but I mean, a nice ass is just a nice ass.
By all races. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is where I'm on the fence, bro, because I feel like minorities could use it. Just because I grew up with like Mexicans and black people at school, public school. But white people, I can see why people don't want white people saying that. And honestly, it is uncomfortable. Like don't say that shit around me, bro. But yeah, like now that I'm older, yeah, I don't really want to hear all of that shit. Yeah, nigga. I'd be like, ew. Ew. Like the Hoff twins? Ew. Just disgusting.
I just think the N-word, when you look at the root of the word.
But then again, I'm not gonna cap. If somebody said it in front of a black person and he was offended and got into squabbles with him, I'll probably help the white black person. I'm not gonna cap.
Even slaves would use it to describe their black people when accepting their supposed oppression.
That's how I step on niggas.
So I just think, when I think about that, I don't think you can do anything to erase the history and the blood that's been shed on that word. There are so many people who the last thing they heard was the N-word as they were being murdered. So when I think about that, yes, I think the word should stop being used.
Personally, me, I feel like it kind of starts with us. The fact that we make it so cool within music and within like entertainment that it lets other people feel like they have a pass, or that it's okay because my favorite rapper said it, or I heard it here, or you guys say it all the time, how come I can't say it? But at the end of the day, it's black culture pain, and if anyone's going to be using it, it should only be us. And that's it.
You can't really own a word. I think, you know, we can own it in the sense where it's a black cultural thing, but the idea where we kind of make it out to where we say like, oh, other people can't say it, I think that's more of like a insecurity within the black culture of not being able to hold power, because historically, it's like, right, historically, black people didn't have as much power, so we're trying to hold on to literally a word that only has meaning because we add meaning to it.
I mean, respectfully, I ain't trying to hear that, right? Like, I feel like the only reason it's policed so much, and I feel like the only reason we even have like this debate or this debacle over whether we can use it or not is because we're black people. And I'm not one of those people that think everything is racist and all that, but in this specific instance, right, in several instances, women in many instances have reclaimed the word bitch to be a term of endearment. There are, in the 90s, there was heavier women reclaimed the word fat, obviously respelling and things like that, but I feel like in those instances, nobody bats an eye. Why is that understood? But with this, it's so confusing. Like, oh, I don't know if like, you know when there are boundaries set. And that word is one of the boundaries that I think we have respectfully and rightfully set up for ourselves. So I don't want to, I'm not trying to hear the like, if we use it, why can't it? We do that all the time with a bunch of different things. And I don't think this should be one of the areas where we're like, yeah, let everybody see. Nah, I'm not.
Well, I think it goes back to where you're saying boundaries, because when you break down to inner communities where, you know, blacks and Asians, blacks and whites in hip hop culture, where there's like, it's 5 group of friends and their black friends don't care. They're like, say it. Like that happens. So it's like, we're having this broad conversation, and you know, I know all of us aren't trying to be the spokespeople for black people, right? But it's like, it's such a convoluted, I guess, topic where it's like the expectations aren't clear to people depending where you are. If you're on the East Coast, West Coast, like it's very unclear. That's what I think. I'm not arguing whether or not it's okay to say it or whether white people should say it. I'm just saying, if we don't want white people to say it, I think it needs to be very clear. And I think even in fact in this new age of our culture, I think we're seeing more people saying we don't want white people to say it.
Homophobia.
There is more like younger people who don't like, or I wouldn't say, well, I would say hold like some type of prejudice towards white people, respectfully so, makes sense. if you were enslaved by a group of people for like 500 years, and then they just released y'all, and but was like, still work for us and shit, but we'll just pay you this time. Would you really just let shit go? Nah, fuck that. The younger generation, bro, they finna be lit.
Big issue in the black community. 3, 2, 1.
They said homophobia.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of us black men, we will rather be friends with the homie that, you know, probably has rape attached to his name than the homie that's part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I think that that's something that, you know, we got to work on as people, because my thing is, I don't understand the whole big phobia of, okay, what he decides to do in his free time or behind closed doors, why does that bother you so much? Why?
Bro, that's what I be thinking. I'm like, when people say, I don't want my kid to be gay, I just be like, his dick is not your dick. I know that sounds weird, but it's like, his body is not your body. Why do you care what he does in his spare time? It's like niggas getting mad that you got money but won't give it to him. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, this my shit. Goofy.
How does that affect you? Like, why do you feel like it's such like the scum of the earth?
And I also think it comes from religion, because
niggas is trained like that too.
Get too controversial with that,
Not
but
me,
people
but
are very religious.
some niggas is
black
trained like
community,
that.
you know. And you know, when you talk about the Bible, you know, they say, you know, homosexuality is a sin. So a lot of people have that ingrained in their mind. This is absolutely not right. And for a lot of people too, when they see a man, they want to see a manly man, and they associate that with being straight.
Heterosexual.
Yeah, and then they associate like being non-straight with being girly. So it's like,
Men have a fear that homosexual men will treat them how they treat women, if that makes sense. And so they're afraid of that treatment. And I'm on somewhat agree, because I'm rather torn. I think I've lived a life where I'm around very open-minded, inclusive people. So I'm not sure how big of an issue it is in the community, but I know that in the black church sphere, homosexuality is often made out to be the worst thing that you can be. There's almost nothing worse than being gay. And I think that's also where some of the homophobia comes from. We like to ignore all the other sins, all the other things that the Bible outlines that are not, you know, holy. And then we just take homosexuality and we make it the worst. You know, granted, the Bible says it's an abomination, I get that, but the Bible says any sin will send you to hell, so.
I prefer a light-skinned partner to a dark-skinned partner.
Hell no. No, I'm joking.
2, 1.
Look at this nigga. Disagree. Study.
For a light-skinned partner to a dark-skinned partner.
I don't play them colorism games over here.
I don't play them colorism. Speak, nigga.
Subconsciously for me, the reason why I feel that way is, you know, growing up, I was always, you know, bullied for my skin color. I always felt out of place. You know, I was always told I'm not black enough.
Hell no. They always tell me like, nigga, you black as fuck. Nigga, charcoal ass. You dirty. You just darky and shit. Like, what the fuck? And then, bro, but they don't understand that skin is beautiful, bro. They understand when niggas get older, though. Fuck nigga. I mean, fuck y'all niggas.
And when you constantly hear that and you get beat down with that, and you know, you doubt yourself. And like I said, I grew up in a broken home. I grew up in a foster care system, so it took me a long time to figure out myself. And for a lot of times, I don't tell a lot of people this, but I used to hate the way I looked.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't like being dark skinned.
Bro, I was ugly as shit. God damn. I was like, whoa. I'm not supposed to look like that. But I did. And yeah, bro. That shit wild. Like, you really start to think, like, damn, will I ever be attractive? It's weird. It's really a mind game.
I want to be light. And I'm just being honest, but now I'm more comfortable with myself.
Facts.
I just have a question. Do you think it's because you look at a potential partner as lighter skinned so that your, you know, potential children or so would be lighter skinned so they don't have to go through what you feel like you went through?
Nah, you know, at the end of the day, for me, I'll marry whoever I seem fit. So it really doesn't, to me, matter about the skin color. But I will admit, subconsciously, I do think, when I see a light-skinned woman, I actually, look a little longer, or I might linger a little longer, or be a little more interested, just because of, that consciousness that I had growing up. So
that's crazy. Light-skinned bitches piss me off. All they be doing is being on games. Like, they so annoying, bro. Get your light-skinned ass on, bro. Yeah, dark-skinned. Give me some dark chocolate. But on God, like, they really do be pissing me off, though.
So
maybe it's just young light-skinned females. I don't know.
It's not something that I say that dark-skinned women are far unsuperior or light-skinned women are more superior. It's just because of the constant beat down and constant hatred about me being dark-skinned and the way I was treated, that subconsciously I do think that way.
But do you feel like you have some sort of like self-hatred because of that?
Yeah, well, not anymore, because it took me a long time. I mean, this started happening, like I said, when I was 6, when I got in foster care. So, but now I'm more comfortable with looking at myself. I'm a good-looking, tall glass of chocolate milk, so,
chocolate. Okay, chocolate.
Do you at all feel like you've become the person that bullied you by then having this preference toward lighter-skinned people as opposed to someone that would look like you?
I will admit, yes. I will admit that. And, like I said, we just shooting a realism. So I do agree with that, yeah. And I think that's why now I'm focusing on myself, and, being a part of this discussion is very important for me, because I'm starting to, realize that prejudice needs to go. And I see this a lot in the entertainment industry now, where they want a black woman, but they want your complexion. They want that light skin that look like she can go in between the white family and the black family. And I think I only speak openly about it because I know there's a lot of people who feel that way too, but they don't want to admit to it, or they don't want to express it and be rejected. So I mean, you see it in the media too. So I think that plays a big part in that too.
Man, that's a real ass nigga. He really broke that shit down, and he kept it a thou wow. So he a real nigga.
I currently go to therapy.
I need to.
3, 2, 1.
Nah,
go.
I be doing shrooms. That's my therapy.
Me and my girlfriend's my therapist, but she don't like that. So I'm thinking about going fairly soon just to speak my mind, because I feel like there's a lot of things that, everything's cool up front, but everyone has like something that's just like digging at them somewhat internally that, may hinder them in some sort of way, and I feel like, if you have that type of feeling, like, you should go.
Yeah, therapy can be going to the beach, or like going out to eat, or doing something that relaxes you. So
physical therapy.
Hold on. We have to be able to draw a line.
I know what I'm saying. It's open to interpretation. I'm here because I took it as like sitting in front of a therapist, someone licensed to do this. Do I do that? No. Do I find other avenues to relieve stress or whatever? Yes.
But you can't mix up self-care with therapy.
Okay,
it's
maybe
two
that's
different
doing.
things. Yeah. I've been in therapy for quite some time, personal therapy. Just for myself, just issues that I have internally that I speak with someone with on a professional level. I recommend therapy. Therapy is literally the best thing you could possibly do.
For me, I find therapy in my faith, and I know there are a lot of people who they look at like, the Christian church specifically and might not adhere to that. But I think in recent years, the church has been adding more professionalism to what therapy means.
Having these conversations, for some reason, it makes you feel like you're less of a man, because when we talk about therapy, people like, really? You going to therapy? But when you think about it, that's why a lot of people have anger issues. That's why a lot of black men have anger issues, because, they grow up a certain way, or they face a lot of challenges, so they don't know how to express it. So the first thing they do is they take it out on you, or their girlfriend, or their mom, and they don't have someone or an outlet to express it. So I think
they need to fucking meditate or some shit.
We need to normalize going to therapy and not pushing it off as a white thing. We need it. We need healing, and we need somebody to talk to us.
I feel like we need it more than any other race. Like, just the trauma of like slavery alone is crazy. And the shit is probably 10 times worse than what they teach in these books, bruh. And then the shit that you gotta go through every day, and the types of faces and looks you be getting and shit. That's why I don't like going out in public. Niggas be staring low key. and I just be high, chilling. What the fuck did I do to you, goofy? Now if I smack, you see, like then niggas go off and then go to jail. See, problem. But anyways, that's why.
I think healing trauma is going to help Black people progress instead of just getting more trauma piling on top of each other. And in a lot of ways, that does come into an aspect of personal responsibility, because it's like my issues with my dad at a certain point has nothing to do with him anymore. At a certain point, it has to do with me and how I process it. And I have to go from, do I want to get angry every time I'm in the same room as him, or do I want to be able to walk in the same room as him and not have that reaction? And that was what I processed in my head when I was going through that therapy.
My father was present in my life. 3, 2, 1, go.
Somewhat agree.
Not to jump into this one, like I absolutely love my dad. I'm even getting a little emotional thinking about my dad. My dad's amazing. My dad was there for me in every way, shape, or form, every facet, every way that he could be there for me and more. He was there for me. He was there to pick me up from school. He was there at my soccer games, my track meets. He was.
Bro, you know it's so funny? My mom always picked me up from school every day, except for one time she messed up. But she usually did pick me up. I remember my dad picked me up one time, bro, and this nigga went to the wrong school, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why'd you go to the wrong school for? You don't know bro, so yeah, he had to go leave that school and come to my school, and I'm like, bro, how'd you not? I've been going to this school for like at least 2 years now. But yeah, I guess, yeah, my dad's not really in my life like that. Well, I mean, he's in my life, of course. He's the provider and everything, but he's not in my life, you feel me? You know.
My coach for soccer one year. My dad taught me everything.
When I hear stuff like this, I'll be like, damn, I wish I had that type of shit. That's just cool. I'm sorry.
He is who I model my personality after. He is who I aspire to be. I don't think I could have had a better father. It's almost why I'm discouraged to have kids, because I feel the pressure to live up to the example that he set for me. So he was there, still is.
I said somewhat disagree because I ended up being put in foster care when I was 6 years old with a couple of my younger brothers, and I remember, I don't remember what my dad looks like, but I do remember he passed away when I was around 7 or 8. So I can't really fault him for that, but you know, my mom, she was widowed, so she lost her husband, and she decided to take care of us, and I don't think my life would be any different. I don't regret not having a dad, but sometimes I do wonder, you know, secretly, you know, what life would have been like if I had that fatherly figure in my life. And I think that's another stereotype that, you know, Black men don't have their fathers in their life. And it's good to see, you know, a lot of y'all over there.
For me, my dad was not as present as he could have been. He's a typical older Belizean dude.
Hey, bow. Belizeans in the set, you feel me? Oh, fuck. Belizeans in the set, you feel me? Man, if you're a Belizean, like this shit, bruh, fuck that, you feel me?
Culture is just very different from American culture.
Yeah.
It's very passive aggressive.
Bro.
I remember times being young and I would question my mom all the time, like, hey, like, you know, why is he not around? Why is he not there? And, you know, she did the best she could as a single mother. Now I can say my dad is very present in my life. However, I feel like our relationship is very, like, financial based, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like sad. I don't have a real connection with my father. Like, he's there for me if I need something, like if I need to, like, if I want this, if I want that, like, he's always there for me. Like,
what? I mean, my dad never was really like, well, I never went to him for like clothes or shoes and shit. Like, I went to my mom because I just knew like my dad, he'd probably have a fit, like, not, or just an issue. But yeah, Belizean dads, man, them niggas got anger issues for no reason. They loud as hell, rude, and yeah, I mean, low key, I love my dad too, but I feel like the same with this nigga. Like, we don't have like a real genuine connection or like real bond. Like, that shit fucking sucks. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
Money wise, but I feel like I'm still like desiring for that real connection, like how you mentioned how you have that mental connection with your father. Like I feel like I don't have that. So that kind of puts a desire into me to where I'm desperate now to be a father. Not desperate, but I'm desperate to be a father, that I want to do it right and give the things, and you know, make sure that I nurture my kid more than just the money aspect of things. Like I want to be there, you know, and always possible. I kind of feel like now I kind of just suppress it and try to ignore it because he's here now, which I definitely feel like I shouldn't do.
I think that it's never too late to mend a relationship. It's never too late to rewrite the story. I mean, you can't go back in time and change anything, but you can definitely mend the relationship. Because although I have a good relationship with my father, relationships are constant maintenance and they're work. And I know that parents can be toxic too. They can break your heart more than anyone else can. I'm not saying that your dad did. But maybe you should start today. Give him a call, invite him out for a coffee, you know, start somewhere.
Father's Day coming up, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you also got to realize that some dudes are just stuck in their ways and you just can't get them out of it. So you just got to let them do them, man.
That is officially a wrap.
Hey!
That's officially a wrap.
And we got you guys some merch.
If you like the video, man, make sure you like and subscribe. The link to the original video will be in the description below. Follow my Instagram at Seppy. Remember, man, make sure you brush your teeth. The reason why you can't eat is because you got the tobacco on the back of your tongue and it tastes bad. You feel like throwing up. You might be yakking. Brush your teeth and your tongue. All right. Y'all be safe, man. Pow.